してくれ。俺はどうする気だ。
ああ、こいつ自分の正体が分かってねえのか。
From the mind of Yakuza series creator Toshihiro Nagoshi comes a sci-fi adventure built around what have become the dominant mechanics for third-person shooters. With sleek visuals and the promise of an innovative voice command system, can Binary Domain stand among the established kings of cover-based shooters? Or does its appeal only run skin deep?
Without backup?
Trust me, we'll figure it out.
In Binary Domain's world, robotics technology is commonplace, with the industry fully controlled by two rival companies, the Japanese Amada Corporation and the US-based Bergen. Tensions rise between the two when a humanoid robot called a Hollow Child causes an incident at Bergen headquarters. In response, a squad of international robot technology agents, led by protagonist Dan Marshall, is covertly deployed to Tokyo to investigate Amada's potential involvement.
Welcome to Japan, brother.
Although the setup and initial development seem to have interesting implications, the delivery suffers considerably from Metal Gear syndrome. Players are frequently turned into viewers, asked to endure cutscenes that aren't shy about surpassing the 10-minute mark. It's interactive storytelling at its most inept. One cutscene ends only to have another begin after just a few seconds of gameplay. With these frequent missteps, the potential for an intriguing sci-fi tale is inevitably lost under your squad mates' weak story arcs and cheesy dialogue.
Oh man, that's a lot of scrapheads. They're packing heavy artillery.
That is not heavy, monsieur.
What?
This is heavy.
The futuristic city of Tokyo is host to a variety of locations for you to run, roll, and shoot through. From the grimy lowland slums to the clean industrial upper city, the game makes sure you're never in one locale for too long. One moment you're fighting through underground transit tunnels, while the next you're charging through a casino using the nearest high-stakes table as cover. The one feature that remains consistent, other than hostile robotic opposition, are store terminals that let you restock on ammo or medical kits and purchase upgrades for your weapons and squad members. Binary Domain's mission starts out with promise, but the initial pacing takes an unfortunate turn into what feels like a gauntlet of protracted, frustrating boss fights. Expect to be repeatedly downed by one-hit kill homing missiles that come from off-screen, as well as wide, difficult-to-avoid attacks. If you're acquainted with the term bullet sponge, you'll find these bosses to be the worst culprits in recent memory. One boss in particular required such an exorbitant amount of ammo to put down that we weren't surprised when we found a much-needed ammunition transit station placed within the encounter itself. The second half of the game delivers these punishing tests of patience one after the other, creating an overwhelming sense of fatigue. Outside the grueling campaign, you'll find classic competitive fare like Team Deathmatch and Capture the Flag, along with an unremarkable take on the popular Horde mode for cooperative play. Taking a step off the beaten path, players can purchase higher-powered weapons and equipment using credits earned during that round. Though there are some balance concerns, namely the one-shot kill snipers that plague most matches, the multiplayer suite serves as a decent enough addition to the single-player campaign. Those familiar with cover-based shooters will have no trouble jumping into Binary Domain. Mechanized enemies come in a range of variants, from the lightly loaded patrol bots to burlier chain gun-wielding units that take a considerable amount of punishment before toppling. Being fully destructible, enemies can be dismembered Dead Space style, which encourages a welcome bit of strategizing as to where you aim the barrage of bullets. While there's always the option to chip away at armor plating until there's nothing left, shooting out the legs of an enemy to watch it crawl around the battlefield, or blasting off one's head to make it a danger to nearby allies is immensely gratifying. Too bad the same can't be said about the so-called Consequence system. Built around the game's voice recognition features, the Consequence system tracks the level of trust you develop with each of your squad members. Issuing reckless commands in the middle of a fight, or accidentally engaging in friendly fire will drop your level of trust with any particular squad mate. Lower their trust too far, and they'll outright ignore your orders.
No can do!
Though there are over 70 voice commands that the AI characters are able to respond to, the system ultimately doesn't amount to much. It's often impossible to tell why a squad mate is ignoring your order, with sketchy voice recognition, low trust levels, or just plain bad AI all being possible culprits. Given that characters with whom we have perfect standing frequently botch our commands, we're hesitant to make a charitable interpretation. Ultimately, the squad interactions you're forced to endure after most firefights serve more as reminders that the system is still in play, even though you seldom feel any of its repercussions.
I'm 15.
Well, don't mind her. She's just a farm girl from the paddy fields.
She doesn't get out to the big city much. Fire! Hold your fire! We're not Japanese!
Though you'd never call it cutting edge, the environments and animations that bring Binary Domain to life are memorable nonetheless. The environments embrace the cyberpunk aesthetic, resulting in a believable rendition of a futuristic Tokyo. If you pay attention while the lead is flying, you'll catch cool details aplenty, especially when it comes to the robots themselves, who have a tendency to crawl tenaciously towards you regardless of how wrecked they might be. Again, it's not gonna knock your socks off, but Binary Domain has some nice moments.
Yeah, I'm fine, bro. This ain't nothing.
Charlie, get out of the way!
Binary Domain puts its best foot forward, but the experience steadily unravels, failing to make good on its potential. The gameplay is sound at its core, but suspect AI, plotting boss fights, and a heavy-handed plot all stand out as flaws that should have been eliminated before mass production. As is, this interesting prototype could be worth examining, just don't expect it to attain peak performance.